In studio today, we have a panel of highly qualified historians who will discuss the journey of our people in the Americas and in the West Indies. So on behalf of the viewers them, it really bring me great pleasure to have all our own in here on this panel at Make Sense Knowledge TV studios. So greetings again, fellow people. All right. So first and foremost now, little brother, let's just get into this discussion in reference to what we talked about, backstage per se. All right. So I heard you wrote a book and you highlighted certain points in reference to the journey we had as a people traveling through the Middle Passage. So go ahead on now, little brother, and enlighten Make Sense Knowledge viewers on the little, just to give you even that less. You can go ahead.
You had a ship full of African men, women, and children who were at the mercy of the captain and all the sailors on that crew. And those men could have sex with anybody they wanted to. The women, the children, and the men.
That's very deep, because brother, yeah, that's very deep. Because I've even heard of instances where they would probably tie horses to each one of your limbs and snap the horse, let the horse gallop. And when the horse gallop, it would break your limbs off, and they will do that thing, in front of the strongest male or in front of the whole slave population. So, okay. So big brother, let me ask you something now. I know you're a great scholar and everything like that, and everything is everything with you. So, on the other hand, no, I know you've been wanting to say something real quick. So, let me hear what you have to say in reference to what's going on here.
You had to see 3 months tied down with these white men. There ain't no women there for the most part. When they start bringing women, they weren't even bringing women. They were bringing girls between the ages of 6 and 15 and raping them all. But they also were raping the men. Same things are happening on the plantation to demasculinize the black man.
So basically, that's a ploy they use to really conform the people to their way of life. Something like a tactic then. They were using tactical forces then, right? They were using guerrilla warfare and terroristic warfare and all of those things during those times. Even during now, as we kind of know right now too, still, right? But let's so big cousin, let me hear what you have to say, just to elaborate on everything that little brother and big brother have just spoken about. So let us just go over to you right now, big cousin, and let's just hear your input in reference to what's going on again.
Control the slave population is to rape a father in front of his sons, or to take the biggest, baddest black man on the plantation and do something horrible to him, to completely humiliate and emasculate him so that people won't respect him anymore. And that still happens to this day.
So, where you tell me now, say, is a whole era of torturing and all different type of inhumane things them put these people through, or put our forefathers and foremothers through on these plantations, or these plantations, right? Basically, man, because I try to say no, it's just like some real terroristic things are going on, because I used to hear a whole heap of things, but just for I hear it from you, I break it down in a nutshell, for put it in a small package so it can be delivered to a big audience. See? Yeah, me really get the knowledge where you put forward to it, see? But as far as me can see, when I took on it, My mind now tell me, say, a whole heap of little crazy like things used to go on now. Zine, because me used to hear all the music say, them used to have the bad slave them, Zine. Them have the bad slave them from North America, and them used to sell them at the penal colony, which was Jamaica. See, so when you hear say slave are rebelling in Kansas or South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Texas or whatever, them send them to go break them in the Caribbean. So hold on there now. So hold on, I see you put up your hand. Hold on there now. So what you have to say? Cause you're eager to say something, you know.
In the Caribbean, they had seasoning plantations, which were plantations used to break the slaves. And one plantation or one place that had a lot of seasoning plantations was Jamaica. And people have to wonder, what were they doing on these seasoning plantations that was worse than what was happening on the regular plantations? Well, one thing that they were doing on these plantations, especially in Jamaica, they were doing a process called buck breaking, where the white supremacist slave owner or the white supremacist overseer would literally rape black men in front of the whole black population in order to break his spirit, in order to break him down as a man, in order to show dominance against him, in order to show the rest of the black population that this is not your leader. I just made your leader submit to me sexually. And this happened a lot in Jamaica. This is why homosexuality is so looked down upon in Jamaican culture today.
Boy, it's always good for really get knowledge that makes sense, see? Yeah, man. The knowledge that really makes sense, man. Yo, my little sister. Yeah, man. Greetings, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Welcome, man, and yeah, man, you're not no wrong, you know. You still can't get input, you know. Not because we put make the all the man them talk before you mean say, you know, important, you know. Saying because you always give, when you give your speech, you man give your little good vibes. Everybody always enjoy themselves and everybody always get enlightened. You see, because knowledge is power, you see? And power is knowledge. So give thanks to everybody. I want to introduce her to the little sister and make sure go and give some little insight. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Blessed love, sister. Take over.
It was a way primarily of cutting down those who would rebel. In other words, it was a matter of power and control and domination. And they would call it buck busting, but it was really butt busting.
Slavery continued until 1865 for about 2 generations, right? So how do you reconcile that? You can no longer bring in Africans, but you still have the business of slavery, so they still needed Africans to do the work down south, especially after the cotton gin was invented. So you had the creation of breeding farms. 2 of the largest slave breeding farms in the United States were on the eastern shore of Maryland and right outside of Richmond, Virginia. They literally bred black people like cattle. They would have a strong black man have sex with a healthy black woman. That woman could be his mother, his sister, his aunt, his cousin. It didn't matter, because the end product was produce a child that I can sell, bodies that I can sell and ship down to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. It was a business.
Yo, yes, man. But all right, hold on. Thanks for the quick insight, little brother. But you know, man, I met the sister finish what she said still, you know, man, because you know, we don't want it to look like say I try to hog the mic over her still. But you know, man, big up yourself, sister. Come in right now.
We had breeding farms in the United States that would put one person from one plantation against another. We even had a system where if you were a breeder, male on one plantation, and a female on another plantation, or even on the same plantation, even if you were mother and son, they would mate you. And so I tell a lot of my patients and a lot of my friends, you got to stop using the MF word, because that was a description of what actually happened when the paper bag would go over the head to put one breeder against another when they were related.
Yes. So there you have it, people. A very strong caliber, a good intellectuals up here on the panel today. So I want to give thanks for having you all here you know, so you can help me out to give me people them some knowledge, you know, because we love the knowledge that makes sense, you know, because as we say, makes sense knowledge, the place where the knowledge makes sense. So yes, people, we have to give thanks for life all the time. And don't forget to know, like, subscribe, and share the video. Make Sense Knowledge TV, the place where the knowledge makes sense. Big up yourself.